Hello and welcome to my channel. So I'm here just to try and get as many games out there in the wild as possible that I've been working on and creating. This one is Tumble Tanks. I took this alongside Turbo Dash to UK Game Expo just to get a bit of feedback, and it was okay. I mean, the feedback wasn't great, but I personally think this is a really fun game. If you like wargaming and you just want something to take away with you, just as a quick little travel game and stuff that you can have a laugh with your friends, even if you're just into tanks and you just like a quick fun little game, you might be familiar with Toss the Pigs, but this is Tumble Tanks. So the difference is that you have tanks instead of pigs, which is really fun and a little bit neat. Again, plays the same as Toss the Pigs. You score points based on the tank's positioning and how they land. This is like a little four-player game that we've got set up here. We've also got the score sheets ready to go, your little tank tin that they come in, and the rule book that needs a little bit of work on. But the addition to this is you have a little dice. So this is a D12. We could change it up to have a different dice, or I'll scale it back just depending on what any kind of feedback is. But on your turn, so just a quick example, each player has their own colour of tanks. We've got blue and we've got green. They might look very similar on the screen. We've got red and we've got black. Let's assume that I am the green player, so I would collect my two tanks and roll them accordingly. So I would then look at the positioning and the orientation of the tanks. This one's on its tracks and this one's on its side. Now I have got slightly rules. I've just made everything count as being on the side just to make things easier, but you could add in bonuses and things whether they're directly on the side, so this was completely on its tracks on its side, or it could land potentially completely like falling over. So you would add up your points and then you can keep going. You have up to 6 goes to keep pushing your luck and trying to roll the dice. So in this case I would score double because they both landed on the tracks. And you would make a note of that and again choose to keep going. Now how you work it with the dice, because this is a 4-player game, what you would do is choose one of your tanks to roll, and you'd pick any opponent that you're against. So you'd pick just one of the tanks, and you'd take one of the tanks and roll them. So again, you'd score points based on the positioning. But the only thing you've got to look out for when you have this option, when you're playing with one of your opponent's tanks, is which tank has the advantage. So who's got line of sight over the other, whose turret is basically pointing at the enemy. Now in this case I was a bit unlucky because my opponent's red tank is completely aiming now at my green one. So what you'd do in this scenario is you'd essentially score no points, but what your opponent gets to do, because they've got the advantage, is they get to roll the dice. So they would take that and roll it. Obviously we've scored a 7 here, and what that essentially means with the rules that I've got at the minute is I would minus 7 off the red tank would take 7 points off the green tank's total. You know, we could make it so you can divide it by 7, and various other rule developments might be in the books for future reference, but essentially that would be it. So whichever tank gets the advantage gets to roll the dice. They again get to shoot their opponent and essentially cost them around and lose them some points. But yeah, so that's Tumble Tanks. Let me know what you think. Give me some feedback, give me some tips. If you don't like it, let me know. If you love it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and just if you'd like to see more and more games that I've created, which I've got quite a few lined up, let me know, and I'll just keep going with this on my channel and maybe do some better playthroughs and a bit more of a theme on Turbo Dash, and yeah, we'll go from there. Thank you.